Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the June 2020 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Cancer. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your sun, moon, and rising signs. So take a look at your natal chart placement, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most at this time. To begin with, I'll be using the Wild Unknown Tarot to get the main energies and spread of the Celtic Cross. Then I'll be using the Rider-Waite Tarot in order to get further clarification. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to be doing another couple of shuffles for you on camera. So, just to say a big thank you to everyone who has been liking, commenting, and subscribing, and of course sharing my videos as well. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for being a part of this growing community. Living in exciting times with this channel, so I'm really looking forward to bringing you more readings as we move forward. Thank you also for those of you who looked at my live discussion on Instagram with Natalie, fellow tarot reader, and she's also a podcaster from Nature's Galaxy. We had a great discussion on all things spirituality and tarot. So if you didn't check that out, do have a look at my channel. The video's on there. I've formatted it for YouTube as well. Or you can watch it on IGTV. The link for my social media channels are on the YouTube channel. Okay, so you can take a look at the header and it's all there. So let's get into it. Cancer, what's going on for you in June? Now, every reading I've done so far has been pretty intense. A lot of people are dealing with all sorts of cycles that are resurfacing from the past in order to be properly healed and resolved. Areas where things were not really concluded, where there wasn't a sense of closure, so that the healing process didn't really complete. Well, that's now coming into view in the month of June, especially I would say for the part that's still within Gemini season, okay? So these are still very much the lingering energies of the Gemini full moon also, new moon, sorry. So yeah, we'll see what's going on for you, Cancer, but it's all very much a part of this shift that's taking place. And I feel like it's going to serve us well in the long run. It's just obviously can be a little bit tricky when you're navigating through it at the time. But calmer waters do appear to be on the horizon, which is good. Okay. So, Cancer, let's get into it. So in regards to your present circumstances, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have a new beginning in sight. You're so close to getting to that point, but there's something that may be serving as a block, right? Working against you as either a material or energetic block. I feel like more so rather than it being a material matter, it's something energetic within you that's kind of blocking you from taking this big step forward, right? So we'll see what that is, so you can help resolve that as an energy block. In regards to your challenge at this time, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You're being asked to overcome your anxieties, your fears, your concerns, you know, the doubts. So this could very well be what the block is, right? The energetic block. Because of of course, whatever is affecting you in here is going to affect you in your energy field, right? So if you are concerned about whether or not you can take this step forward, how it's going to pan out, if you have what you need materially or financially, if you're going to have the support, if people are going to care about what you're doing, if things are going to work out in the long run, if you're worried about all these kinds of things, it's going to stop you from taking that step, right? It's going to slow down your progress, right? Because you're manifesting from a place of fear. You're operating from a fear space, right? That's going to have a big impact on how things progress. So it's important that you don't allow this to be your ruling energy. In regards to your recent past, you have the Lovers in reverse, so Gemini energy. No surprise here. So yeah, you may have made a decision in some aspect of your life as to how you want to progress forward, with whom, right? With the connections that are tied to this situation, this new beginning that you're creating. So you've already worked out who it is that you want to bring on board and who you want to leave behind, I feel. So we'll look at that when we clarify. In regards to your near future, you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you may be leaving behind this indecision or this energy state where you're going towards, you know, these feelings of confidence and positive thinking and manifesting from an optimistic view, and then manifesting from a place of fear and being concerned with the unknown and, you know, being scared and feeling like you're not able to accomplish something. So I feel like you've been bounding between those two energies a lot recently. But you're finally putting that to bed, I feel like you're slowly coming out of that space, and you're going to just go 110% forward with as much optimism as you can muster. So that's great. I love that for you, Cancer. In regards to your feelings, you have the Three of Swords in reverse. This is funny because I got this card in the exact same placement for Virgo in the reverse as well. So you could be dealing with a Virgo. You could have Virgo strongly in your chart. So I do recommend checking that video also. But either way, I feel like with regards to your heart space, you know, there is deep-rooted healing that's taking place. There was something that was weighing very heavily on your heart that's being freed, that's being released. I feel like a lot of it is tied into your feelings of your fear of failure or your fear of being hurt again, because you are stepping into some unknown territory in some ways. You're doing things differently. Even if you're doing something, you know, not entirely new, the way you're approaching it is new. The outcome is going to be new. So there is some fear of the unknown and the fear of history repeating itself, but I don't feel like that's going to be the case by any means. Okay, in regards to what's crowning you at this time, so the energy was within your power to affect. You have the Devil in reverse, Capricorn energy, could be dealing with Capricorn. Either way, I feel like with this energy here, it's saying that rather than seeing your fears, your concerns as something to be just gotten rid of, or something that's very detrimental and harmful and toxic, and, you know, that part of yourself you're just trying to bury, come to understand it, learn more about it, understand where this comes from, right? And why the fear is there. And understand its true place, that it's just, you know, it's illusionary, it's not real, it's reactionary as well to past circumstances. It's part of learned behaviors, it's learned responses, right? That you picked up from those around you at pivotal points in your development, that you picked up through the way you default to certain behaviors, certain ways of responding to things, right? Through peer groups, through parents, right? Through reinforcement. So it's understanding that that's not who you are. You are not fear. It's just something you experience. So when you're able to look at it from the right lens, you can detach from it more. You can not try and stamp it out and hide it and pretend it won't surface again, but just understand its rightful place, and that you know, sometimes it helps ground you as well. It helps you realize that you are human, and that it's okay to be sometimes a little bit afraid, but don't allow that to be the ruling energy, right? So in regards to your advice here, you have the Sun of Swords in reverse, okay? So this is the Knight of Swords in reverse, more air energy. So I feel like, yeah, not that you don't have to slay your demons, you don't have to fight your way to accomplishing whatever it is that you're setting out. You don't have to do any of that. You just have to be. You just have to bring yourself into the right energy, right? You just have to get into that balanced, grounded space and know that all will be well. That's what I'm getting from this, but we'll look at that when we clarify. In regards to your external influences, you have the Ten of Wands. So fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. This is saying that There's a lot of things closing out. Like I said, you already decided what's coming with you and what's not. And now you're starting to see that play out, right? Certain connections are coming to an end. Certain connections are opening up and expanding, right? So that's what you're seeing play out. You're closing the door on certain connections, on certain pathways, on certain thought processes, certain patterns of behavior that do not serve you, right? And as such, you're seeing that play out in your reality within connections, within certain circumstances you've been navigating. A lot of doors closing so that others can open. In regards to your fears at this time, you have the Page of Pentacles. Sorry, Pentacles. What the hell am I even saying? Dial it back, Brenda. Dial it back. You have the Page of Cups. There we go. Got there in the end. Page of Cups. So what this is saying is that you're afraid of being vulnerable, because if you express how you're truly feeling, how it's been for you, you're afraid that people are not going to understand, right? That whatever it is you've been navigating. Maybe you feel like you can't really express yourself fully emotionally. Maybe you're having a hard time doing that because you're still, healing your heart space, right? Or maybe you're afraid that if you communicate certain truths about how you're truly feeling, that it won't be received well. But we'll look at that anyway when we clarify. In regards to your hopes, you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Some more earth energy. This says to me that you are aware that you've already overcome certain obstacles. You've been through so many experiences. You've acquired so much knowledge, right? So much wisdom as a result. You've harnessed certain skills through navigating certain situations and trying your hand at many different things, right? Being in different types of situations, environments, right? That even some of the most grueling tasks is something that you can get through maybe easier than others, right? Because you've already navigated so many difficult experiences. So you're hoping that that awareness and that knowledge will serve you with any challenges that you do face moving forward, right? That you are because you are aware that you're well equipped to deal with any such challenges. You're hoping that any challenges that you do face moving forward will not be as trying, right? Because you've already got the wisdom, you already got the knowledge, you already know how to best navigate through it. And then finally, as a potential outcome, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So again, I feel like you're so close, you're on the cusp of changing your reality, but there's just some aspects that need addressing first, right? There's still some things lingering from the past cycle, the previous cycle, that need wrapping up first, and then you'll be ready to truly step into this energy of creation, of manifestation, right? So interesting. I'm just going to take a quick swig of my drink. And by the way, no, this isn't milk. I don't like drinking milk. It's gross. I don't know. I've just never really been a big fan of it. It has to be like in a milkshake with lots of flavors and stuff. That's coconut milk. It's awesome. Okay, moving on. Not that you need to know that, but just so you know. Anyway, so let's go in and see what else we can get in terms of clarification regarding these situations that you're navigating. But I feel like this is, you're moving forward, Cancer. You're doing well, okay? You've grown a lot as a result of the circumstances you've been navigating and how you've learned to overcome these challenges, right? So it's definitely going to serve you as wisdom moving forward for sure. You're doing well, so keep moving forward. But just know that while you may feel like you're hitting a bit of a plateau, that progress is slow at this time, it's for a reason, right? Because there's certain things that need to be addressed first before you can go full steam ahead, right? So that's what's taking place at this time. But as I said, it's going to serve you very well in the weeks, months, and years to come. All right. So clarifying the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here, you have the Page of Swords, and you have the Strength card in reverse. So Leo energy, could be dealing with a Leo. But I feel like, yeah, this new beginning, this new opportunity that's going to change everything is kind of grinding to a halt right now, because you're not trusting it, right? You're like, there's something is off about this. I don't want to go full steam ahead because I'm uncertain. There's something that's not clear to me yet, or there's something that's kind of raising the red flag. So I want to make sure that when I take this next step, I do it right. I don't want to have to start from square one again. So I want to make sure I do this properly, because I am approaching this in a different way. It's new, right? So I want to make sure I do it right and I do it well. So again, there's a bit of fear coming in there, because of, trials that you faced in the past. Maybe things didn't quite work out, so you are hesitant, but you do want to take this step forward, right? But maybe you feel like, you're not sure if you have what it takes to be able to do it. Right? But the reality is you do. You certainly do. But maybe you're just feeling like you just don't want it to be an absolute struggle. That you feel like if something is aligned for me, I shouldn't have to struggle so hard like I did in the past, right? It should flow. So because there's this, because you feel like there's something that's not quite coming together, you're resisting, you're hesitant to take this step forward. But I think what you're not realizing is what you're feeling and experiencing is coming from yourself. It's not the situation. It's not this new a beginning, this new cycle, this new endeavor, vision that you have. It's your fears coming to the surface, right? That's what you're seeing and feeling. So clarifying the challenge, the Nine of Swords in reverse here. So overcoming that setback, which is coming from within. You have the Eight of Wands and you have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you have to be willing to communicate. Again, I think you're quite hesitant to talk about it because you're afraid that, if I speak about my concerns, I'm feeding it and giving it power. But that's not true. The best way to release it is to communicate how you're feeling, and that, I know this is temporary. I know this isn't going to be how things are, but I'm just a bit scared. But okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to clear my mind and I'm going to move forward. Because whatever difficulty I experienced in the past is no more. It's no longer a part of my reality. So I'm not going to focus on that. What I'm going to focus is on, being able to express what it is that I want moving forward, what it is I'm trying to create. And yes, I will confide in those that I'm closest to about my concerns, but I know that this is just, lingering energy from the past. I know it's just illusionary, so I'm going to move past this. In regards to your recent past, as we're speaking of that, the Lovers in reverse here, you have the Tower, Scorpio energy, and you have the Seven of Cups, right? So this says to me that, there was a significant rift that took place in the past between you and a significant person. That ship didn't just sail. That ship has not only sailed, that ship came burning down pretty much. That's what I'm getting from that. Like, you felt like when this was done, it was absolutely done. There was no going back. There was no fixing this, okay? That once it was done, it was done. So you started to explore new options, new possibilities, new forms of happiness, right? New connections, especially if this is in relation to a relationship. Whoever you were dealing with before, this situation came crashing down. It ended probably in a very negative way, right? It did not end on a good note. So you just let that lie pretty much, and you focused on what it is that you wanted moving forward. You were exploring possibilities. But some of your fear comes from the fact that maybe some of the possibilities you explored in the past only led to more of the same, or it just led to other situations that made you unhappy, right? So you then had to backtrack and then, go towards something that did actually bring you the happiness you were looking for, right? In regards to your near future, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Again, we've got the Nine of Swords in reverse. And you have the Nine of Pentacles. So we've got 3 nines here. So 999 could be very significant for you. 9 is the number associated with ascension, elevation, collective consciousness. But it's also the number of illusion, right? So it goes both ways. So it's overcoming a sense of illusion in order to tap into your highest potential, right? That's what I'm getting from this as an energy. So have a look at that in regards to numerology. Anyway, so what is being communicated here in your near future is that you're going to come out of this fear space and realize just how abundant and blessed you truly are. You're like, what the hell was I even worrying about? Like, look what I have, look what I am, right? Like, I have so much to be happy and grateful for. I have all of this beauty in my life, and I will sit here concerning myself with something that's not even a part of my reality anymore. So what the hell am I worrying about? And whatever it is I'm trying to manifest or create, I will be able to do it because I've already managed to manifest all of this, right? So why wouldn't I? If I could manifest 9 Pentacles, why wouldn't I be able to manifest the 10th, right? Which is here in the position of the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So while you haven't got it yet, you're coming to this awareness that you will have it. So I love that. That's you getting back into your sense of power and confidence and knowing your true sense. You have this true sense of abundance, right? That it's something that's innate to the human condition of the highest form, right? Not what we assume to be the human condition, but what is truly at our roots, at our core, that we are abundant. We create abundance, right? As much as we may destroy, we also manifest abundance, right? We are abundant. That's just what we are, right? So in regards to your feelings, the Three of Swords in reverse, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse, and you have the Hermit in reverse. So this is more fire energy, could very well be dealing with a fellow Virgo, actually. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Sorry, you're not Virgo, you're Cancer. I was talking about Virgo earlier, so I'm getting confused because you had a similar placement to Virgo as well. So you could very well be dealing with a Virgo here, or possibly have that strongly in your chart. You could have fire strongly in your chart, Earth, as I was saying, especially with Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries here. With the Sun card, I can see here also further on in the reading, and the Strength card could very well be Leo or have that strongly in your chart. Either way, I feel like what is communicated here is that in regards to your feelings, you're kind of stuck between these two energies right now. It's like you've been doing a lot of introspective work, and you feel like a part of you wants to get out there and start living and expressing and being passionate and creative and, just being your abundant self. But another part of you is really struggling to do that because you feel like there's still more work that needs to be done, right? That I'm not quite there yet. Yeah, I'm growing in confidence again. Yeah, I'm getting to a point where I'm starting to feel good, but I still got such a way to go. There's still stuff that needs to be done. I still feel caught up in this situation in some way. So I really want to address that. So you're kind of between these two energies right now, but I feel like it's just a part of the process, it's normal. And you will get there. It's just when you feel like there's a time that you need some, quiet solitude and to do the inner healing work, allow yourself to do it. When you feel like you want to be more outgoing and passionate and do creative things, or just go out and be around people, socialize, then do it, right? Do what feels right to you at the time, and it will all help with this process, okay? So in regards to what's crowning you, the devil in reverse here, Capricorn energy. Again, you could very well be dealing with Capricorn. You have the Wheel of Fortune and you have the Six of Cups. Yeah, Virgo got these two as well. Oh my gosh, you have to watch the Virgo reading. Like, it's so mirrored. I mean, some of you are definitely dealing with a Virgo and you're mirroring each other. Others of you must have Cancer, Virgo placements in your chart quite prominently, possibly in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, right? But either way, I feel like what's crowning you is that you don't even realize that you are manifesting things from your past in order to heal it and move forward, to close the cycle for good and to be able to move forward in this new direction. The wheel is turning in your favor, right? So where you felt you were treated unfairly, where you felt that the good times didn't last as long as they should, when you felt like, you know, you lost something vital from your past, that's coming back around in order to be addressed, in order to be healed, and for the negatives to be released, right? So you can move forward in this positive new direction. So you have none of those energies from the past that have been causing you harm lingering, right? And seeing where maybe you put so much emphasis on the good times from this past circumstance may not have been as good as you actually thought, especially with it clarifying the devil in reverse, that maybe it was only as good as you remember because of what you brought to the table, right? Rather than anything else, or a lot of it was coming from your energy. So when you realize that, you can start tapping into that energy and express it in all areas of your life, right? So clarifying the Sun of Swords here in regards to your advice, which is the Knight of Swords in reverse. You have the Two of Wands and you have the Eight of Swords. So you're very much aware that you don't need to take action. You just need to step back into your power. You need to understand that when you're operating in a sense of groundedness and balance and feeling very much empowered, in tune with, you know, your own divine being, right? That's when you can start, you know, shaping your reality. You see how he's holding the world in his hand? That's what you can do when you are in alignment with your true self, with your higher aspects, right? When your shadow and your ego is in alignment with your higher aspect, then you can start to reshape your reality. It's that powerful, right? So you don't need to take any specific action. You just need to get back into alignment and realize that you are not stuck. There's nothing in your situation that's keeping you prisoner. It's all mental, right? It's how you perceive it. It's how you're looking at it. It's what you're thinking about it. Okay, that's where the illusion lies as well. In regards to your external influences, the 10 of Wands here, you have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and you have the 2 of Cups. Awesome. So this is it. It's like where you felt maybe, where you felt like there was lack, where you felt like there was doorways or pathways that was only leading to a dead end that wasn't going to bring you anything fruitful. You're now exploring new pathways that bring you balance, alignment, true fulfillment, right? The divine masculine and feminine energies within yourself are coming back into alignment as well, right? And that will play out in a romantic situation for you also. That where you may have been at odds and the masculine and feminine aspects were not aligned, that they were feeling very much abandoned, left in the cold, that's coming back into alignment, right? That's why certain connections are being brought to an end and others are actually getting closer, are gaining momentum, right? Because that dynamic is playing out in your reality. So the feminine and masculine characteristics in whoever it is that you're dealing with on a romantic level, you're going to be coming back into a true sense of alignment and balance. So your connection will actually be strengthened, right? In regards to your fears, the Page of Cups in reverse here. You have the Fool in reverse, Aries energy. Again, could be dealing with Aries. And you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Some more Earth energy. What is being communicated here is that you are afraid to express certain emotions. You're afraid to take the leap, the plunge, a leap of faith, and make an offer a pentacle, or throw your pentacle into the unknown and hope that it lands where you want it to land. Taking a risk, a leap of faith. You're scared to do that. And you're scared to do that, invest emotionally into a connection, because you know that requires a leap of faith. And like I was saying before, you're afraid that you're going to fall into the same pitfalls, that you're going to get more of the same that you experienced in the past, even though I don't see it. So this is the challenge for you to overcome your fear of, throwing caution to the wind and, placing down your pentacle and hoping that the ground that supports it is sturdy enough, right? There's always an element of risk involved in anything we do, so you just have to be aware of that. And only you really know whether it feels right or wrong, okay? Once you put your fear to one side, okay? So let that, your intuition, be the guide, not your fear. In regards to your hopes, the Three of Pentacles here, you have the Four of Wands in reverse and you have the Ace of Cups. So that's an interesting combination. It's like you're hoping that your experience, that your understanding, this wisdom that you've gained from navigating these kinds of circumstances will serve you in the long run, that will allow you to overcome any challenges. But while I feel like you're hoping that you can invest so much into yourself and into your connections, that the love is just overpouring, it's overflowing, that it's abundant, that there's so much love and compassion and bliss and fulfillment to go around, you're not really wanting to solidify that in a conventional sense, I feel, right? That while you are coming to a space of willing to invest more into your view of fulfillment, the connections that you feel is aligned to where you're headed, right? You're not wanting to do that in a traditional sense, I feel like. And again, there is still that hesitancy because of that fear. Okay. And then let's have a look in regards to the potential outcome. The Ace of Wands in reverse. You have the Sun card in reverse, strong Leo. And you have the Chariot in reverse. So your energy, Cancer. Okay. So interesting combination. Some of you definitely got really strong Leo in your chart. Or some of you are very much dealing with a Leo. But either way, I feel like with this combination here, it's that it's funny because it's like you're going through this whole process and it's overcoming fear and uncertainty and, the fear of the unknown especially, and coming to a point where you're willing to invest emotionally and, energetically into something that's going to bring you a lot of happiness, right? Because of this fear, it's not going to come to pass as quickly as it could, right? That's what I'm getting. That unless you deal with this fear, if you allow the fear to rule it completely, it will never happen. But if you don't start really working on that fear, it's going to drag things down. It's going to slow things down, right? So you may already be seeing that play out in your reality in various other circumstances, right? That things are coming to a crawl, right? Because of this energy that you're emitting. So that's what needs to be worked on. And then once you really start to release your fear and give it up and surrender it to the universe, then the wheel, this is crowning you. This energy is crowning you. The wheel will start turning like crazy, right? And then rather than feeling stuck or things slowing to a crawl or being restricted or just, really tough to move forward with, you will be speeding full steam ahead towards this new vision, this true will, your true will, right? And then where instead of feeling lack, instead of feeling like, you know, you can almost grasp your happiness, but it's not there, you will feel it in abundance, right? So that's the main thing to take away from this. So Cancer, a lot going on there. I hope that helped in some way. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found this useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And yeah, I don't doubt that obviously multiple fear elements will come up when we do your shadow work readings. So do watch out for that. I believe that will be out in about a week and a half's time, possibly less. So do keep an eye out for that, because that will definitely go into some of these fears, I imagine, because it's all about releasing fear and understanding it. So check that out. I will speak to you guys again very soon, sending you lots of love, encouragement, and strength. So take care. Bye for now.